A boar was running in jungle. We can tell by his face that he was terrified, though we see a terrifying creature hunting the boar. The creature rushed at the boar and ended boar's life in an instant. This monster is very agile and its sharp sickle-like paws are really something. But looks like the monster's time is up. A group of hunters attacked it and defeated it, and now the monster is down. We see thousands of humans watching from screens. They were excited to see Night Squad was able to defeat the S-Class Mantis Lord. Then we see our protagonist adjusting his glasses. Then he said that now the game values has finally stabilized. Yes, this is a game but a bit more complicated. This game is different than normal games because it is based on the real world. It all started 20 years ago when portals that leads to other worlds started appearing all over the world. These worlds were filled with magical creatures. These worlds also had another name, the jungle. The jungle was dangerous, but it couldn't interact to the real world and nothing could be brought out of the jungle to the real world like magic items, skills, and more, that explorers gains while traveling. But then one Jinwan company bought the rights to the jungle, and they were able to transform different worlds into a large-scale interactive game called Apocalypse Survival. In the game, once the player passes through a portal, he becomes a knight who has to survive in the other world. People might die in the jungle, but still some people want to experience something different. Most of the world's population has experienced life in other worlds. Some rich people even hired some braves to live in the other world. It's no longer a game, it's a real work of art, and Lin Tian, our main character, is also one of the creators of the art. But suddenly a guy angrily came to Lin Tian and said why he changed the mantis data and characteristics. This guy name is Lu Daolong. He is a direct descendant of the high-ranking executive behind Senchuan Company and also a high-level warrior in the game. He knew only Lin Tian can do this. All he wanted is to chide him for daring to make changes without getting approval from the management. Our hero agreed that he did this without telling others, but he already knew that they will not accept his proposal. He did this for TH's sake of the game balance, because the game is currently running too differently from what he initially said, and this made the game uncontrollable. But still Lu Daolong grabbed out hero by his clothes and said, when did he get the authority to dictate the company's actions? And the company naturally has its own reasons for doing things, he just have to follow. But Lin Tian was not a puppet of the company that has the responsibilities of the entire game content, and he already adjusted the monster's design parameters, so it won't be compatible if he modify them again. Now Lu Daolong know that Lin Tian is still standing, so he tried different strategy, and now he need results of the work, and if he don't get the results, no one gets off work. Now all employees are against Lin Tian for acting like he is the boss. Now he's just adding to their workload. Lu Daolong whispers Lin Tian if he don't want to do it he can resign. Lin Tian knew that their goal isn't to make a game that everyone love. He can't continue to work here, but the beautiful lady come and called him senior. Her name is Luo Yu. Then we got to know that Lin Tian is in huge debt, and if he lost this job he will be beaten to death. My debt collector still doubt that staying in this company is safe. Lin Tian said he need time to think about this. Lu Daolong gave him time but told him he needs to know his place and to do what company wants to do and not to. After a while Lin Tian was sitting on a bench with Lu Yu. She was thanking him for his advice and now she understand he problem. Our hero said there was nothing wrong with her design, he just made few comments. But Lu Yu still thanked him because if it wasn't him she would have long fired from the company. But she was worried about Lin Tian because he often fought with the company, and it is rumored that company has been using jungle to get rid of its rivals and it's dangerous for him. Our hero agreed with her and said he will take care of it. She smiled happily that he understood and now she will head back to work. Lin Tian couldn't take his eyes away from her. She is the only person he talks to in the company, and she is like the light in darkness for him. She asked him what's the matter. He jumped and walked to her and said that the world and the company may undergo big changes. She has to be careful. Luo Yu was puzzled what he was trying to say. Our hero can't say more than this, but he promises that he will protect her, and her answer made his day. She believed that he will protect her. Lin Tian knew about company's secret and he couldn't leave the company, because he will get killed by department collectors or the company will kill him. Now he is in a hole that he can't get out, but he is prepared. Then we see that the 76th meeting of the Shenchuang project will begin. One of the heads reported that the Red Department has detected that the jungle is expanding and he is afraid that they are close to a big event, and there are no signs of the jungle lord they have been waiting for. Lu Daolong said Lin Tian, who is in charge of the game's development, always overturns that values they propose. He might have found something he shouldn't. Another lady in the room agreed that he knows the secret of the jungle. Another man spoke, then he should be killed immediately. Ordinary people should not know about that. One of the head recognized him, and said that he is very talented. In order to get they put his family in huge depth. But now they need to kill him. He let Lu Daolong and his knights deal with him and kill him in jungle, because it was Liu's idea to get Lin Tian in the company. With an evil smile Lu Daolong is ready to kill him. Later loud sound of battle can be heard from the jungle. We see Lin Tian in the middle of corpses wearing a godly suit. Lu was amazed how Lin Tian used his game privileges. If it weren't Lu Yo, he would have hard time finding Lin Tian. He didn't believe that our hero was ready from the beginning, but then a sword pierced his chest, and it was Lu Yu. Lin Tian fell on the ground wondering why it has to be her. The closest person who he trusted the most betrayed him. He planned everything but he never thought of this. It all started 10 years ago after an investigation of jungle by Shenchuang technology. It turned out that the jungle is beyond the real world and humans and live with it peacefully. However, the truth is that the jungle is expanding within 10 years and soon the jungle will completely engulf the earth. It means in the future all the mankind have to enter jungle to survive, and our hero Lin Tian was the game architect responsible for transforming the jungle into a game suitable for human habitation. The management tried to hide the truth. As the person in charge he knew about their plan, and he knew he soon will be taken down by them, so made preparation in advance. Everything was going as he wanted, but he hadn't thought that the only person he trusted the most will betray him. Now move to Lu Yu, she said. Senior, don't you get it? Your life has been planned out from the beginning, from the death of his family to the huge depth, and all because of his amazing talent. Game development, and she was just the last guarantee for that plan, and she mocked him again. However, our hero was still in the pain of betrayal. Lu said there is no need to him, the plan, our mission is just to kill him, but apparently, we don't have to do. With an evil smile on his face, we see some monsters coming, then both left through portal, left Lin Tian eaten by monsters of his own design. As we see monsters about to eat him, a notification pop up, saying jungle lore identity is loading, and then our hero successfully reincarnated into an alienated mantis level 1. The system reported that he has one active skill flash, and one passive skill jungle instinct. In a matter of second a beam of light appear, and now our hero can see proved he was successful. But now the world he see is different. It's because he is no longer a human. The company executives think that his armor was his trump card, but this is his trump card. Research revealed that the jungle was originally home to a powerful creature, the jungle lord. Ti disappeared a long time ago. There is still documented data that shows how much he was feared by all races, and according to the research, when master class creatures die in the jungle their powers still exist in some kind of consciousness. Lu Dalong said this can be dangerous for the game. Lu Dalong says he will find the solution of this problem and eliminate Tom completely. Then Lin Tian speaks that there are currently no clues about this power, but if he discover anything he will report. But he already found the power, and kept it for himself, the power of jungle lord, and this power matches the power of jungle system. Then system pop up, and Lin Tian got a mission. His presence has attracted the attention of the jungle monsters, and now he need to survive. Our hero is in dark forest, and the monsters live there are spectral wolves. Lin Tian just dodged an attack of the wolf. Thanks to his passive skill jungle instinct he can sense malicious intentions and react to it. Fortunately all monsters are low level and our hero can easily handle them because of his skills, and then he uses flash, and he was able to control it easily thanks to his jungle instinct. This skill combination works pretty well, but there weren't the only things. He was a game developer and that applied a great deal of knowledge of game. He spent more than a year in jungle. He knew every single detail. One wolf stepped on a flower, but it was a man-eater flower. One you step on it, it's very difficult to escape it, and the wolf was immediately eaten. Then Lin Tian defeated all the wolves and leveled up to 3, but his stamina is almost depleted, but the system hasn't alerted him about mission's completion. It means the threat is not eliminated yet, and then suddenly another wolf attacked him, and it was Inspector Wolf Lord, and its level is too high for Lin Tian, and then our hero barely dodged its attack, but Lin Tian's stamina is almost at its limit. The wolf is too fast for Lin Tian and the Wolf Lord landed its attack. It looks like our hero is about to die, but then he remembers something, that he has to get revenge on the guys who manipulated his life, especially Luo Yu. Then we see Luo Yu and Lin Tian sitting on the bench, and she is asking that she has gone through the entire structure of the game, but there still seems to be some errors. The Lin Tian said that the jungle is different from the game they have created in the past because the jungle is alive. He can't predict everything that happens accurately, like Luo Yu's betrayal and appearance of the spectral wolf lord, but he must live. Then he escaped from the wolf using his speed, but the wolf has an ability to track blood and it can track Lin Tian. Our hero found man-eating flowers, exploding berries and toxin mushrooms while running from the wolf lord, but they won't work against a level 6 spectral wolf lord. But then he found a huge tree and looks like Lin Tian has a plan. Then a stalagmite bear lord appeared and Lin Tian climbed at a tree branch, while at the surface both lords starts fighting, but Lin Tian can't get out of there because if he fail now he will fail the mission. He just need to wait for the spectral world to die, and after a while the mission is completed and Lin Tian got the reward 1000 jungle points. Then the skill panel activated. There are many skills. The first skills category C level general skills: attach poison. This skill attach poison to an attack and cost 400 jungle points. Then stealth uses the jungle environment to become invisible and costs jungle points 600 AMD. At last flight. This skill grows wings and fly at high speed, costs jungle points 600. Then C level advanced skills category. The first skill is monster will. This skill activate the will of the jungle lord. You will gain strength beyond your capacity and scare monsters in the jungle. However, as the skill effect grows stronger, the user will gradually lose his own will. This is a risky skill and costs 1000 jungle points. And after this, B level skills, A level skills and S level skills are inactive and system store is not active yet. Lin Tian thought he could wait and study the skills, but the bear lord attacked him. Lin Tian dodged its attack, but his wings got teared by the bear lord attack, and looks like the bear lord is not gonna let our hero escape. Lin Tian starts looking for a skill that is suited for this situation. The poison will not work on the bear's rough skin and thick flesh, and it's impossible to avoid it with stealth due to its earth attribute perception, and the flying skill is useless in this situation because the stalagmite bear just cut off his wings and they won't heal right away, so the only skill he can use is monster will, and then he successfully mastered monster will, and then he destroyed the bear, but because of monster will skill side effect he fell on the ground and we see the remnant of the jungle lord's consciousness. Then we see Shenchuang Technology Company. Luo Dalong reported that Lin Tian has been executed in the jungle and from now on Luo Yu will officially tail his position and will be responsible for the game development. These guys don't know that Lin Tian is still alive, lol. Then one of the heads asked about any news about the jungle lord. Luo Yu responded, research has estimated that in the history of the jungle high-level monsters are called masters. They can be killed but their strength and will remain. It will be inherited again from reincarnation, and at the same time the successor bears the risk of being devoured by the will of that monster, and without stronger spiritual power to fight against it, it will devour you even if you gain that dominant power. Then the head said they must control this power if humans want to enter the jungle, so take risk and find it. And Lu Yu said she will definitely find Jungle Lord for the company. Then we see our hero who is resisting Jungle Lord consciousness. It's invading his mind. If Lin Tian loses he will become a killing monster. Then we see what looks like Jungle Lord consciousness and his consciousness. Then with a beam of light, we see smoke and looks our hero won over Jungle Lord consciousness. This skill is like a double-edged sword because it deals damage to his spirit. It looks like Lin Tian got a new form and looks more human, but it's still a monster. Then he mentioned that he will have to find a way to start Helip Butterfly Elf program for him to become full-fledged monster in future. Helen Butterfly Elves are a race of light attributed elves in the jungle and they have excellent skills. Then we see the past when Lin Tian mentioned Helen Butterfly race to Luo Dalong. Luo Dalong disagreed and closed the project, thinking Helen Butterfly race is not very powerful and entering their domain the Labyrinth Valley is really dangerous, why waste time on it. The Lin Tian said that game lacks a creature that can serve as a guide NPC, and Helen Butterfly Elf are perfect fit, but still Luo Dalong disagreed. Then one of the heads said that Lu Dalong should choose someone else if he don't want Lin Tian to do it. Then Lu Dalong choose Luo Feng from the second team to do. Then we are back in present. Helen Butterfly Elf power can enhance Lin Tian's spiritual power. If the contract successful, he can use monster will with no limit. Our hero wanted to use company power to open entrance to the Helen Butterfly Elves, but the program was handed over to Luo Feng. Lu Dalong didn't take this program seriously, so it hasn't been taken down. Lin Tian remember that one of the guys who often target him was from same team, and if he wanted to deal with them he have to unlock other general skills first. Then he got his main mission, guard the jungle. This is a long-term mission and the SI divided in several mission, and the great thing is that he can access more skills. The first submission is to repair the fortifications and gain the weaker Mushroom Clan favor, and the second submission is to mediate between the Spider Lair and Dry Bones Cave to show his prestige as the Jungle Lord. These mission have low rewards, but he still accepted because he need to get some skills. Then Lin Tian completed the missions and looks like he gained 700 points. He was thinking which skill is better between attack, poison, stealth, and flight, but then he got a new mission. He need to hunt down humans from beyond jungle, and if he completed this mission he will get 1000 jungle points and store feature will activate, and the store is actually useful because jungle points are not only for skills but for the store too. Then our hero starts the hunt. Nice. Then we a mountain and see goblin getting brutally destroyed. We see a group of humans and looks like this is the team Luo Dalong is assigned to enter the territory of Helen Butterfly Elves. This is just the entrance of the labyrinth. They need to enter center of the valley and get the secret key to enter the territory. Then we see Fern Tree Realm, but looks like I got it wrong. These guys are here because there was an announcement on the forum saying if you open the road to valley and get the secret key you will get a huge reward, but then arrow pierce the skies for it. Then we see a huge goblin army, and they killed all of them, but then we see a fire ring surrounding goblins. Then we finally see Luo Feng and his team, and looks like this was a plan to lure goblins and used that previous team as a bait. Then Luo Feng's team starts killing the goblins. We see our hero using stealth. Unfortunately now he is a monster, so he cannot enter human towns and kill the intruders, but that's just his style. We are back in the past. We see Luo Dalong and our hero arguing about Luo Feng and his whole team is of thugs and criminals, but Luo Dalong ignored Lin Tian and said he is not an explorer, someone like him who just types codes cannot understand, and looks like Lin Tian is ready to kill them, but their level gap is too much. Luo Feng is a level 15 berserker and the archer Cheng Ji and the mage Sarah are also level 13, and the other members are also around level 10 AD and they kill without a second thought. And our hero followed the fastest strategy to level up fast, and he made to level 10 in few days. He can use stealth to sneak up behind them and plan slowly, then rest of the battle is up to him. But then we see a mushroom, and then we see a bird and Luo Feng team and one of his team member, and looks she has a skill that let her make spiritual pets, and she is telling that 70% of the area is covered with fog. Luo Feng told her to get her pet in the fog, but she can because it will get her pet within monster's range. But looks he is ready to kill her, but then an arrow flew right in the bird's eye and she suffered too. But then she said that she saw the layout of the valley. Then they all begin their journey to the valley.